Hello and welcome to all my cancers in my collective. This is going to be your reading for the next 7 days, and let's get into it. All right, cancers, let's get into this reading for the next 7 days. Um, I don't want to make any assumptions here, but let's just like talk about it, okay? The two cards at the top is the overall influencing energy around the message that your spirit team is trying to get to you, okay? Um, you have the 10 of Wands followed up with Temperance, and yeah, you're ready to leave something in your rear view. You're ready to leave something in your past. Um, you know, uh, and this is a conscious decision. Like, you're very aware and awake in this situation. It's not anything that you're hiding from. Like, I am getting heavy emotions in this reading for whoever this is for. Um, the moon coming in reverse. The moon carries just a lot of emotions anyway. Like, this card is just all about emotions and your emotions being pulled in one direction or the other. And in the upright position, again, it's already heavy, but when it's reversed, it's like it's chaos. You have no control. Like, you're fighting to bring yourself back up from the depths of wherever you are. And I don't feel like you're suffering any longer. I feel whoever I'm reading for, you recognize where you want to be. The Queen of Pentacles, she's solid, right? She's grounded. You see in this depiction, she has her eyes closed because there's nothing for her to worry about. Like, she is exactly where she wants to be. And the way that this is laid out, it's like, I no longer want to see this. I no longer want to see this shit. I don't want to be dealing with whatever this is anymore. So the overall influencing energy again is moving on to a brighter, more balanced you, right? Um, Leaving the baggage behind and going into that temperance energy, which is like, again, temperance is grounded and balanced and patient. Yeah, the temperance is also patient. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's clarify this message for my Cancer spirit. What is this particular message pertaining to? All right, and I have two cards here. Um, we have the Magician, more major arcana. You have three major arcanas in this reading, followed up by the Knight of Swords. So let me just be clear real quick. Um, the major arcanas in tarot talk about major life transitions. These are big things that need to happen or will happen in order for you to get to your next level of elevation. Because really, that's all this life is about, is elevating and living the best possible life we can, right? So in regards to what this is about, it's I'm going to say it's your spiritual communication, okay? Okay. So you have the Magician here and the Knight of Swords. Um, I'm taking this as you are you might be a highly spiritual person in a situation or in a relationship or in communication with someone who doesn't believe in anything that you believe in and what you do, right? And so you like, bump that. I know who I am, so I'm about to move on and be done with all of this foolishness. The Four of Wands talks about home base. Um, but home in this situation could be a religious home base. It could be, um, because I'm getting the word parishioner. I'm getting the word parishioner. And maybe you have discovered something and you might want to take people with you, but that's not what's happening here. And so it's time for you to no longer hide who you truly are, right? And that's why it's so heavy here. That's why it's so heavy here, because that's not what your spirit team wants for you. No, your spirit team doesn't want you to minimize or mute yourself in any situation. If you've discovered a path for yourself that works, then your spirit team is like, hey, let's go. Leave the old behind and let's get into the new. And as I say that, leave the old behind and get into the new, I have the Five of Pentacles pop out, followed by the Two of Cups. Okay. And Five of Pentacles carries the energy of like, I know what happened. I'm not happy about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab my things and head on out the door, right? And followed by the Two of Cups is, you are on your way to a more balanced situation, something that's really going to feed your soul the way that you are looking for it in this situation. So we'll keep those cards. Um, Spirit, why the Four of Wands reverse? Why is the Four of Wands reversed here for the Cancers? Why is the Four of Wands coming in reverse? And we have the Knight of Wands. Again, we have the Knight of Wands clarifying the Four of Wands in reverse. And the Knight of Wands carries the energy of like, I know exactly what it is that I want to do. I know exactly what it is that I want to do, how I want to do it. I'm very passionate about it. This is my soul here that we're talking about, my passion. So with the Knight of Wands clarifying that Four of Wands in reverse, yeah, it's time for you to go ahead and stake your own claim, right? Why is the Four of Pentacles coming in reverse? And Pentacles is all about that coin anyway. That's stability, that's finances. I have the Six of Swords clarifying the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I got sis, yeah, choose you, right? So go ahead and like, yeah, pick yourself up in this situation and move on to clearer, calmer waters. Like if you look at this card, you can see in front of the sword, it's calm water, but behind the sword, it's turbulent water. Yeah, very clearly move yourself on. Why is the moon reversed? And I like to dig into reversals. I like to make sure I understand why is the moon coming in reverse for the Cancers in this reading. The star, more major arcana, and the star, your faith. The star card talks about faith. Okay. Again, yep, it talks about faith. So what I said earlier about parishioner, like you could be in a situation that's challenging something new that you've discovered that's been feeding your soul, your spirit, and you're trying to decide if you should, but like nah, your spirit team is clearly like, come on over, continue seeking and understanding and diving in the direction that you've been going. You know exactly what it is that you um that you see, and you are not crazy. Spirit, like, let's just go ahead and get into it. What is their advice? What it is the Cancer's advice here? What is the Cancer's advice? We have your advice coming in as the Six of Wands, which talks about um being victorious. There you go. That's a very, that's a spiritual word right there. But the Six of Wands as your advice um is very loud and clear. And as you can see, she's on a horse with, her V in her ear, right? Because she knows where she's going. Um, so I'm taking that along with the Two of Swords. Yeah. It's time to move on from this situation. Your advice coming in as the Six of Wands and the Two of Swords is like, you're not crazy. Like, you know exactly what it is that you see, and what it is that you have been communicating with and receiving from spirit. So very loud and clear here. Like, I this is a beautiful message for whoever it is for, right? um Spirit will always give you signs. Whatever, like, you don't have to believe what's been put on your plate right in front of you. Some of us are Christians and some of us are free flowing spiritualists. Some of us practice Ifa. But for you, the message is loud and clear here, Cancer. Move on. Come on over. Go into the direction that you have been seeking and exploring. It's obviously fulfilling you, right? It's obviously going to get you back into that grounded energy. All right. And before we wrap this up, I do like to, pull an oracle card for an affirmation that you can chant and help you with this situation this week. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll wrap up the reading. This card wants to come out, and this is a beautiful card. Um, Number three, which is all about like moving forward and what's next, and construction and organization. So I think this is a beautiful message from the Oracle. It's grounding. So I will go ahead and read that affirmation for you. Um, yeah, so your declaration and affirmation that you want to, remember and chant this week is: I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. Protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Like, I love everything about this card. This is beautiful affirmation. Again, I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. I am firmly planted and deeply rooted in my knowing. Ashe, and be well until next week, Cancers.